Hello, I'm Julia with Julia May Photography, and I'm here today with Alicia Booth to learn about Arne Rantzen, a creator of the Unlimited Breath Healing Journey Intensive in Costa Rica. And you're also in Costa Rica, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That's where Arna and I met.
Fantastic. So welcome, Alicia, and thank you for joining me. Um, so your daughter says that you are a noob to Unlimited Breath.
Yeah, I by noob, a couple of years practicing unlimited breath, but nothing like Arna, who's been doing it for 20, 30 years, or some of the other practitioners, but I'm definitely a noob.
You said Arna's guidance to breath, the experience is cellular and forever changing. And then you said that much of your adult life, you've been a transient sign language interpreter, serving deaf healthcare professionals globally. Wow, that's really fascinating. And sounds like you've had a lot of adventures with that.
Absolutely. It's a life passion. Luckily, I was able to have a career that I feel passionate about and a skill that allows me to provide those types of services. So, we're working with deaf doctors and deaf nurses, and it's a growing population. And so we've really gotten into that niche, and I love the work.
Yeah, that's really remarkable. So it sounds like you met Arna while you were on a journey in the jungle of Costa Rica.
Yeah. So it's interesting because when you live in Costa Rica, there's so many like-minded people there,
Mm-hmm.
and they in the beginning you don't think, you would meet someone, you're like, oh, I can't imagine we would have similar interests, but the more you talk to people, you realize how interconnected we are in Costa Rica. And a friend of mine invited me to this breath workshop, and I thought, sure, of course, I'm a trained yoga teacher, so I thought, I know how to breathe, I know pranayama. And so I kind of showed up a little bit like, oh, this will be fun, like that was all I knew. And then I sat down, and as Arna often likes to say, are you ready for your mind to be blown? And I was like, what did I just sign up for? I didn't realize. And then I realized, oh wow, I just signed up for a life-changing event that it found me, though. Like I say, I wasn't searching for it, and it has been forever changing.
You live in Costa Rica. How did you end up living there? And tell us a little bit more about Costa Rica.
Well, in my profession, I've created an agency where I can serve many deaf healthcare workers at once. And previous to Costa Rica, I was moving around all over the US. And at some point, I realized that I needed a little bit more stability and to be in one spot, and to take the role more as administrator and trainer so that my teams could expand. And we thought, well, why wouldn't we go to Costa Rica? So that's what brought us to Costa Rica. And I still travel quite a bit to the US, to different hospital sites, and work with different teams. But Costa Rica is an abundance of nature, sun, mountains. It just has a variety of everything, and you feel like you can live every day to the fullest. Even when you're working hard, if you're still doing computer work and that type of thing, you still can walk out your door and breathe the fresh air, and I love that.
Beautiful. With all your travels and experiences and your yoga and all the training that you've had there, um, what is it that makes Arna stand out compared to other teachers maybe that you've worked with?
Well, he really cares about people. And it's very obvious from the moment you meet him that there is this amazing connection. I mean, it's not just with me, I believe it's with everyone in the world around him, but he has this innate wisdom to look at you, and it's almost like he's reading your soul. It's hard not to be completely transparent with him, and he's going to that depth anyway, and he's able to help people to reach back in and retrieve parts of themselves that they didn't realize have been forgotten, or maybe they've gotten so busy they've numbed things out. And he really is a great guider into that journey and that path. He knows where you need to be challenged, and he also knows when to step back and be compassionate. And I really haven't seen that with a lot of teachers, that type of personal care and investment.
So you may have already answered my next question, but can you just tell me a little bit more about why you've taken so many classes with him?
Well, once you start Unlimited Breath, you realize that you haven't signed up for just one event or a weekend temporary experience, because it does physically, mentally, emotionally change you. And you have these amazing experiences. It's all about going back and going through incomplete experiences in your life. For some people, that's trauma. For some people, maybe it was just your birth experience. It can be a variety of incomplete experiences. And you go back there, you revisit them, and it's such a amazing experience. When that happens, you want more. It just keeps drawing you back. So it's really impossible to be touched at that level and then just go, okay, that was cool. No, because there's, you know even if you have pauses and need to recommit in your life, you still have had that experience and you can't close that door.
What did you get out of studying Unlimited Breath, or how has it changed your life?
It has made me recommit to myself. I think as a mother, as a business owner, and a service provider to a deaf and hard of hearing population, it's easy to forget yourself. And it just reminds me to recommit, to show up, to look at all of the challenges around me as a gift. Arne often talks about how everything is a gift. And at first you think, come on, but as you start to do this transition and this huge transformation, you really can look at an obstacle as a gift, and makes you stop and pause, think, breathe, re-look at the world around you, and just take a moment to see, why is this a gift? Why has this been given to me right now? What can I do with this? Who am I in this process? And I love, for me, everything has slowed way down. I live in, fast-paced work with interpreting, but I'm able to just stop, slow down, look at things, not react to things so quickly, allow things to come to me. For other people, it could be the complete opposite. They need to move faster, they need to react more, they need to be motivated. It touches you and how you need to be touched. So it's very individual.
Yes, I that's definitely something that I agree with. And you've even just said some words that I spent some time with that already this morning too, being able to, change my reaction to a situation that I got an email about, and, just breathe and look at this obstacle as a gift. So I love that.
Yeah.
Are there any other thoughts or experiences that you would like to share with us today?
I don't know. I've been thinking about how sometimes in life you get busy and you're reminded about breathing all the time. And even when you're not doing it, it's you have this connection with it. And I feel like it's forevermore. And Arna has, even throughout the whole process, just been a very present individual. And I sometimes it's so amazing how he can take an experience that I'm having and he completely changes it a 180. I don't even know how he chooses to reframe everything I'm thinking. It's like, oh, I'm so frustrated and I'm, feeling negative, and he changes all of that. And I love that about his soul. It's just he is able to do that and meet people where they need to be met, and it's a gift. He has a gift.
Beautiful. Okay, well, that's all the questions that I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us.